Chris. I'm excited to talk to you. Be getting into your new single, Fake Lives, and your upcoming album. But before that, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passions. I wonder where your passion for music came from that led you on this musical journey. Was it a certain album you heard, a certain live performance, or something that was natural for you as a child?
Oh, yeah. Well, so, I started playing drums when I was 10. And I was really into like classic rock and stuff, and I was just like I could not get drums out of my head. I was obsessed for a little bit, and I just had to I'd play on anything, hit the table and stuff. Parents would be really annoyed with me and all that, and and after just listening to so much music and playing drums on everything, when I finally got a drum set, I was just playing exactly what I heard. It was just fueled by all that. And then once I started getting more into it and stuff and getting deeper into music besides just drums, then I started getting really into writing and digging deeper into what makes a good song and what do I like, what do people like, and you just start experimenting, and then it's just it all goes from there.
That's awesome. Well, how did you guys meet up and form the band? You and Parker?
We met when we were 14 years old. And we were in high school. We were actually going into high school. We played hockey together.
Oh, and
so then we started working out together first to train for hockey, and then we started talking because we were spotting each other on the bench press, and it was oh yeah, Parker was I play guitar. I was yeah, I play drums. And it's oh, cool. And we're on the same hockey team. We would actually jam before we went to our hockey games in my mom's basement. It's before we could drive. And then, so we always stayed good buds since then. So we've been friends since 2005. And then later, after we both kind of graduated from college, we're back in the same area. And both of our bands that we were in at the time happened to kind of be fading out, people were moving on with their lives and stuff, and not want to play music anymore, or didn't want to take things seriously, and we were just both dude, let's go, let's start jamming together again, and let's see where we can take this, and it's been great ever since.
That's awesome. Well, I really love the song Fake Lives. I guess let's talk about putting together the song before we get into the music video.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the inspiration for it? And
inspiration? So the beginning of this one was we've been talking about getting a synthesizer. So we were looking at this Moog, and Parker ended up pulling the trigger and be dude, we got enough money, let's get it. And I was oh yeah, well, let's start playing around with that. And we'd sit in his basement and stuff, and he'd be making all these different sounds and stuff like that, and just experimenting, seeing what we could do with it, and and so that was the start of getting the tones and stuff, and you set the mood with that, and then you just start layering on after that. He kind of set the blueprint for it. He had some idea for a vibe and a lyric structure, and then puts a little demo together, sends it over to me, what do you think of this and stuff, and then we just we chat about lyrics and all that, and then how we can make it really come together and blast off, and once you get into the studio too, it just hits even harder. So nice. Always fun doing that.
Well, speaking of blasting off, the music video really does blast off. I love it. It must have been so hot filming it though. Yeah.
For that, we had a bunch of Mylar that we got from Amazon. Mm-hmm. Our buddy Ray filmed the video, and he just taped a bunch of those sheets together, and he basically made a tent of it, and it was in my garage. That's what we did. So it was a super small space. Think of a 4-person camping tent.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been camping before. It's about that size, and we crammed everything in there. And the way that it looked on the camera, though, was kind of green screeny, but all the ripples in the Mylar really reflected the light and stuff. And we had lights flashing all over the place, and that was the filmer Ray. That was all his brilliant idea to get it all flashing like that and look crazy.
Oh, I love it. I love how it came out. Yeah, whoever's in that robot costume must have been like, sweating like crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we've had a few different people go into the robot costume, and I don't think any of them have had a good time.
Do you have the robot with you to perform live?
We have like one time before. We don't really. We just take the head. Usually, when we go on tour, we take the head and like people wear it, and like it's and it's like a lot of fun to like people like taking pictures of it and all that. Yeah, but the robot character is like a real energy. His name's Kevin.
I love that. Well, at the very end of the music video, you have the Grammy Award on Fire, and then I guess this is from the upcoming. Is it EP or album? Grammy Award-winning album. It's All Blur. June 13th.
It's an EP of 4 songs, but the title is Grammy Award-winning album. It's All Blur. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but
I love it
though. Yeah, we're not trying to confuse anybody, but it is giving a better effect to have that Grammy Award-winning album. It's All Blur.
That's cool. So you got 3 other songs: "Lost the Pilot," "Black Hole Love," and "Reprise." Are they kind of the same kind of vibe as "Fake Lives" or different?
It's different for sure. I don't want to give too much away before it's out, but like, yeah, it's a little more. We tried to take things a step further every time we write music, and we try to make sure every song is its own thing. We're not just writing a song to write a song. We want it to like, sometimes we're trying to tell a story, or we're trying to have a certain effect with it. Whether you're building a vibe, or like trying to like keep this story going that's kind of interesting, and people don't know what's going to happen next. Sort of a feeling, and so it's still our sound and everything, but it's going to be also something you haven't heard before. So hopefully everybody can get into it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to come out June 13th. In the meantime, everyone can check out Fake Lives. I'll have all your social media links down below. Everyone can follow your journey going forward. Thank you for taking your time to talk to me, all right?
Awesome. Thank you so much.